He is a good friend of mine. He's from Knightdale, North Carolina. And several years ago, he went down to Costa Rica, and he visited a good buddy of ours, and he became fascinated with the fact that people there live really healthy, long lives. And it set off a multi-year journey of trying to discover what it was that made them so healthy. And the result of that travel and that journey was a product that he co-created called Asantae Essentials. And he's just a great guy. He's a great entrepreneur. He's a health nut, a health master. And he also is a good buddy of mine. He's just a great person. I'm happy to welcome tonight our first speaker, Mr. William King.
Hey, Scott, I appreciate that. Just to test along, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
All right, very good. It's good to be on tonight with everyone, and it's an honor to be on the webinar tonight. And so, let's just jump right into it and get started. Today in America, we actually have a health crisis. 1 in 3 people develop cancer over their lifetime. 1 in 3 develop or actually die of cardiovascular disease. It's the #1 killer in this country. Diabetes is really, it's not a stretch to say it's at epidemic proportions. The CDC says that half of American adults will be diabetic or pre-diabetic by 2020. So, these rates of chronic disease are actually unprecedented. We've never seen these types of these rates of chronic disease, never before. But the good news is that according to the CDC, and we believe this to be true, the vast majority of these chronic disease can be prevented or actually reversed. So, based on the diet and our lifestyle. And so, Assante really has 3 world-class products that are designed to help support our health and support us in the process of trying to become healthier and a healthier nation. We have Real Weight, IS2, and Akia. And so we want to take just a few minutes and talk about them tonight. And the story of IS2 and the story of Assante really starts with Dr. Lindell. And as you can see on the screen right now, Dr. Lindell is a very well-credentialed, heart surgeon, chief resident at Yale University, chief resident at University of Arizona, Phoenix Magazine's top doctor for 10 years. Real impressive stat is that he performed over 5,000 open heart surgeries. And what he noticed as he was performing these surgeries was that about half of his patients did not have high cholesterol. And we've been told for years and years that we have to keep our cholesterol down. We have to be on these drugs to keep our cholesterol down because it leads to heart disease, and that's the top killer in the country. So we have to be very, very concerned about cholesterol. And here he was noticing that half of his patients didn't have a problem with cholesterol at all. And he started researching it, and come to find out, he discovered that the problem was being caused by inflammation. And actually inflammation, as it turns out, is really a cause or underlying cause for a very, very wide variety of disease, but certainly heart disease. And so he worked to create a product called IS2, and IS2 is really for inflammation support and for immune system support. And it's a food-based product, has a very, very efficacious foods and food extracts, green tea, very, very, very efficacious ingredient. Resveratrol is the longevity promoting property of red wine, cinnamon, and curcumin, really good and prickly pear for inflammation. And one of the, and I would highly encourage everybody to Google these ingredients, all the ingredients we're going to talk about tonight, because they're all phenomenal ingredients. But Wellmune in particular is very, very well researched. It's a beta-glucan product that is showing very, very good clinicals for inflammation of the immune system. And so really strong product there. It comes in a liquid form. It's delicious. I think it tastes sort of like mango juice. You just take an ounce or 2 a day, and really very convenient. The other thing he noticed was that Americans are obese and they're overweight, and this is something that needs to be addressed. And today in America we have about 2/3 of the people are actually overweight, and 1/3 are obese, clinically obese. And again, obesity leads to cancer, heart disease, diabetes, all these all these chronic diseases that we're suffering with. So if we can address the weight issue, the excess fat that we're carrying, would be a great place to start. So, with Real Weight, we have a product that's very balancing for the blood sugar. It's really good for curbing the cravings and appetite and that type of thing. It's in capsule form, so it's very convenient to take. And we actually have. I was over in Oakland, California, a few months ago, and met Alexis, and I couldn't believe the picture she was showing me, because she just looked just the picture of health, and in a million years I would have never thought she ever had any type of a weight issue, and she was showing me these pictures, and I just couldn't believe it. And then we actually have her on the line with us tonight. Alexis, are you there? Hello, Alexis? Well, I tell you what, I'll continue on, but I was speaking to her before. I know she's on tonight, so if they can get the issue worked out with the sound, I'm sure we'll hear from her. Hello? I guess not.
Hey,
so
William, she's on, but we can't get her unmuted. So we'll move forward, and we'll see if we can resolve it. If not, we'll get her on another testimony.
Great. Well, I hope we can work that out, because she does have a very, very strong testimonial. So moving on to Akia. Akia is really a product that came, like Scott said before, from a trip I took over to Costa Rica. I was down in Nasara a few years ago, and I was speaking with a good friend of mine there. And this particular place in Costa Rica is very beautiful, but it's very remote. And in fact, I've got a picture coming up here of the highway. It's actually the main highway. Here we go, with cows. And it's not typically what you see in a highway, but this is the main thoroughfare. This is called the Sun Road. It runs up the entire Pacific coast. And so it's very remote, but a very beautiful place. And my friend was telling me how healthy and long-lived the people are there. And I was talking to the cab driver about it, and what really got me was when he was telling me about his grandparents. See, this particular cab driver, his grandparents were their age ranged from 93 to 98, and he was telling me how healthy they were and how they tended their garden. They go to the grocery store and cook a big Sunday dinner for the whole family and everything. And what occurred to me was, by the time I was his age, I had not only lost my grandparents, but my parents as well, to either diabetes, cancer, or heart disease. And here he was telling me he had his grandparents and his parents were all still healthy, living vibrant lives. So that really had an impact on me. And so I wanted to look into it, and turns out that particular area is considered a longevity hotspot. And there are places around the world where they do live longer and healthier. And we've identified the top ones, the most well-documented, the most well-researched here. And we're talking about research from Harvard University, Duke University, National Institutes on Aging, National Geographic. I mean, very, very solid research. And it shows clearly that these people definitely live longer and healthier than we do here. As a matter of fact, they have about a 300% better chance of reaching 100 than we do. 300% better chance. And I mentioned our cancer rates before. Our cancer rates here in the United States are 1 in 3, and these longevity hotspots are 1 in 1,000 plus. In fact, in Bama, China, it's 4.4 per 10,000. So vast, vast differences in health. And so, I wanted to look into it and learn as much as I can, learn as much as I could about this. And so I decided to contact my doctor. And my doctor is Dr. Maurice Werness. Dr. Werness is a naturopathic physician. He's a family practitioner. here in the Research Triangle area. He's been my doctor for about 15 years. But he, went to a 4-year medical school, but he takes a holistic approach to wellness. So, as opposed to pharmaceuticals, he uses nutrition and herbal remedies and that sort of thing. And so, obviously expert in nutrition, and so I felt like he was the perfect person to look into this and study this and see what he could find. And we have Dr. Werness with us tonight. It's really a special privilege that we have to have Dr. Werness with us. And so I just want to turn it over to him, and he can tell you what he found and the keys that he found in his research that went into this product, Akia. Doc, are you with us?
I sure am, William. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sound good, Doc. Take it away.
All right. Well, it's great to be on the line with everybody. I sure appreciate the opportunity. I always love sharing the secrets that we really discovered about the world's healthiest people. I feel like they're secrets because they're so unique to what those people do with their diets compared to what we do. Let me jump right into it and show you what we discovered. And the first thing that we saw was that these people living in longevity hotspots, none of them are vegetarians, but they eat a huge variety of superfoods, or what we would call fruits, vegetables, and herbs. These are mostly organic fruits and vegetables. They come out of their garden, mixed in with some wonderful herbs. And people say to me all the time, because I've been a doc for 20 years and treating very serious chronic diseases, and they say, well, Doc, I need real medicine. And to me, food is real medicine. I mean, it's something that we put in our system at least 3 times a day. We're blessed to have plenty of food in this country. We put it in our system 3 times a day. If there's anything that has a powerful metabolic effect on our physiology, it's the food that we're eating. And what we've seen from our research is that if we're able to eat like people in longevity hotspots, guess what? We get the similar results to what they get. In other words, like William said, over here, 75% of us are going to die from chronic diseases. 75% are dying from diseases that do not exist in longevity hotspots. So I figured if we can do what they're doing, we'll get the same results that they're getting, and that's exactly what we see. So again, the first thing that we notice is they eat a plant-based diet, a huge variety of fruits and vegetables, number one. And people say, Doc, I take a multiple vitamin. Isn't that going to do? Well, let's look at a multiple vitamin for a minute. Let's compare that to, let's say, a single blueberry. Let's say a good multiple vitamin, a really good multiple vitamin maybe has 40 or 50 different nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and stuff like that in it. A really good one maybe has 50 different nutrient substrates in it. Can anybody tell me how many different nutrients and nutritional substrates a single blueberry has in it? A single blueberry has over 2,500 different nutrients in it. Now that's a powerful distinction. So when we start taking in whole food, plant-based foods, you can see that the amount of nutrition that we're taking into our system is exponentially increased compared to what we typically eat in this country, which are a lot of refined foods, white flour, white rice, white sugar, things like that, which have had most of the nutritional value taken out of it. Now remember this, there's 100 trillion cells in our body that need to be fed. Do you want to eat food that has nutritional density like a blueberry or strawberry or tomato or something like that? Or are we going to stick to the white bread, white rice, and things like that? I can tell you for myself, I want to feed all 100 trillion cells every single day. So I try to eat as many fruits and vegetables as I can. So what we did is we took the top 30 superfoods consumed by the world's healthiest people, people living in longevity hotspots, and we put them in a Kia. The second thing that we noticed that I believe is really a game changer is that people in longevity hotspots eat a fermented food with practically every meal. Now, most people, when I'm talking around the country about this, I ask people if they know what fermentation is. Most people have no idea what it is. Just in a nutshell, a fermented food would be something like yogurt. Okay, you can see it up there in the right-hand corner. Yogurt is basically, how do you make yogurt? You take some milk, you heat it up, and then you put a healthy culture of these healthy microbes called probiotics in it. Probiotics are healthy microbes that live in a symbiotic relationship. They live in our body, but they also exist in our environment. You put that culture into that milk, go to sleep at night, come down in the morning, and you have yogurt. What is yogurt? Yogurt is milk that has been pre-digested by these wonderful probiotics and put in a nutritional form that actually feeds the cells. So when you ferment a food, you're creating cellular nutrition. Actually, fermented food can almost bypass our digestive tract directly and go straight to the cells because, again, it has been pre-digested by these probiotics. So we found that folks in longevity hotspots are eating a fermented food with almost every meal. Most of us don't touch fermented foods in this culture. It turns out that all of us used to consume fermented food. As a matter of fact, we've used fermentation. The human race has used fermentation to preserve and optimize the nutritional value of our food since we've been on the planet. But 50 years ago, something rather unique happened. We discovered refrigeration and chemical preservatives. So now instead of canning up our food like we used to do in the autumn to have something to eat during the winter, now we just go to the grocery store and we get our food that's been frozen or preserved with chemicals, and we stop fermenting our food. We stop canning up our food, so we no longer get those fermented foods in our diet. Now what happens when you consume a fermented food with your meal is that it's live food. The probiotics in the fermented food actually go out and help to digest whatever food that you are eating during the day that you've consumed the fermented food. So it's a very, very powerful way to get optimal nutrition. And these folks are doing it every day. And you can see by this slide, those are the probiotics on the right-hand side. They are supposed to live in our digestive tract under that woman's hand there is where our large intestines are. Our probiotics are supposed to live there, but because of the very high use of antibiotics by the medical establishment, and also 90% of the antibiotics we produce in this country we feed to the animals and then consume those meats, our probiotics are decimated. The ones that are supposed to live naturally in the digestive tract are decimated by these antibiotics. Our water, it also doesn't have any bugs in it because we put chemicals in the water to kill the bugs. That's a good thing. The problem is the chlorine and the other kind of chemicals that are in our drinking water. When we drink that, it also decimates the probiotics. So not only are people in this country eating a diet high in refined foods, but because we're not consuming probiotics or fermented food, we're not digesting the food that we consume very well, so our cells are basically living on fumes. The miraculous thing about the human body is that if you can get proper nutrition to the cellular level, the body knows how to self-correct. And that's what's going on with people living in longevity hotspots, is that their body actually knows how to correct these illnesses, whether it be balancing the blood sugar or blood pressure or quelling the inflammation. And the reason their bodies do this is because they get a highly nutrient-dense diet that is consumed with fermented foods that take that nutrition to the cellular level. So what we decided to do with IKEA was, again, take the top 30 fruits, vegetables, and superfoods consumed by the world's healthiest people and ferment it. Because we know people in our country are way too busy to go back canning and fermenting their food. So we fermented the top 30 fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Now it's done for you. And when you consume essentials 2 times a day, let me tell you what you get in that. We had no idea it was going to be as powerful as it is, but we had an independent lab look at this. And here, as you can see on this slide, you get the ORAC equivalent of 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day when you consume your daily allowance of essentials. The probiotic equivalent of 6 bowls of yogurt, okay? And the oat beta-glucan equivalent, and the oat beta-glucans are the heart-healthy element of oatmeal, of 8 bowls of oatmeal. And everybody knows that oatmeal is good for you, but nobody's sitting around eating 8 bowls of oatmeal. Is that right? And of course, the resveratrol equivalent of 28 glasses of red wine. And I'm sure nobody on the call is consuming that much red wine a day. And if you are, there are other meetings that we can refer you to. And that was a joke. So, but resveratrol is a very, very powerful longevity molecule of red wine. All that you get in your daily allowance of a Kia. Go ahead to the next slide, Steve. Thank you. The results that we've gotten with it are amazing. I'm sure people on the call have taken this product. It's an extremely unique nutritional supplement. We see everything from increased energy and stamina to better sleep. And a lot of people say, Doc, how can you take one supplement that's going to give you more energy and also help you sleep? And the way that it actually works is that it's not the supplement itself that's causing your body to do those things. It's that our body knows how to extract, to lift its energy, and it knows how to go to sleep. But again, it needs the right nutritional substrates to be able to do what it knows how to do. So we're supporting the body to do what it does naturally. Of course, it's great for digestion. Essentials is loaded. Every day you get over 3 billion cultures of live probiotics, so we're reseeding the digestive tract. Now, no matter what kind of diet you're eating, you're going to digest your food even better. There's great anti-inflammatories in essentials, so it's been wonderful for joint pain. A lot of athletes take it. They report much quicker recovery. Again, that's common sense. If you're getting nutrition deep into cells that have worked very hard during your exercise routine, they're going to recover a whole lot quicker. People lose, we've seen this all along with the Kia. People lose weight without even trying, and people say to me, Doc, how does that happen? Again, the body's smart. You know, if we're not getting proper nutrition, the body's going to signal us to go eat some more food if it's not getting what it needs. But when you take essentials, it's so nutrient dense that the body says, okay, I'm getting everything I need here. And instead of eating 2 plates of food, you just eat the 1 or a half a plate or whatever it is, and your body's getting profound nutrition, and you leave the excess behind and drop the excess weight that you don't need. We saw that essentials was so powerful for weight loss that we actually launched a program called the Kia Blast, and it's a revolutionary approach to weight loss. Not only are you losing weight, but you put the body into a beautiful cleansing mode. And let me explain to you how it works. The way you actually do the program is we call it 3-2-1. Go ahead to the next slide. Thank you, Steve. During week 1, you're just consuming a Kia during the day. And during week 1, you're going to do the Kia Blast. You're going to take a Kia 5 times a day, and you're going to do that for 3 days. And you're going to take your Kia and you drink plenty of water with it. And the beauty of it is that because a Kia is pre-digested, your body's digestive system can relax. Now, and it can rest, because the body essentially goes into one of two modes. It's either digesting and assimilating nutrition, or it's resting, rejuvenating, and cleansing itself. And so when you're taking a Kia, the body can rest and also get to the business of repair and detoxification. So not only are you able to get really, really great nutrition, but you're also able to detoxify your body. And that's a powerful thing. And you know, the science on this is called intermittent fasting, if you will. The science on it is incredibly powerful. As a matter of fact, the body's system resets itself. It's kind of like whenever you everybody's had a computer that stopped working, and take it into the computer guy, and he says, well, have you tried just turning it off and turning it back on? And of course, you reboot the system when you do that, and the computer starts working again. Well, the body is very similar. What science has discovered is that when you can relax it for a short period of time, not digesting and assimilating food, but detoxifying and cleansing, the body's metabolic system will reset itself. And we see this all the time. Once it resets itself, the metabolic system is in a different place, so you're digesting and assimilating food better. Your ability to rebalance your blood sugar, your blood pressure, your inflammatory response is all reset, and that affects all the symptoms that most of us suffer from. It's a powerful technique. Well, let me finish describing the 3, 2, 1. So that's the first week. The second week, you do the blast for 2 days that week, and you continue to do the blast for 2 days a week until you reach your weight loss goal. And then after that, every now and then you do the blast once a week just to maintain. And we find that the body actually craves us to rest. It's just like when you get real tired, you want to go to bed. The body gets tired of digesting food, and it wants to actually cleanse and detoxify. So our bodies begin to crave this break, if you will, and when we're eating nothing but essentials, of course, what happens is that the excess fat in our body is liberated, so that the body actually burns that excess fat for fuel. So people lose in the first 3 days, people lose anything between 5 and 10 pounds in those 3 days. They don't report being hungry because you were still providing the body with profound nutrition, so the body's getting the essentials that it needs. And many people report after 3 days they have more energy than when they actually started. So it's incredibly powerful, and that's how you do the blast. It's a revolutionary approach to weight loss. Anybody that hasn't tried it, and even if you don't need to lose weight, and you just want to cleanse your body and get back and reset your metabolic system, it's a beautiful way to do it. It's all backed by cutting-edge science. This is the way weight loss is moving. It's a powerful, scientific, biologically natural approach to weight loss. As a matter of fact, if you think about it, the way our bodies were designed way back in the day, when we didn't actually have agriculture and we didn't have convenience stores and stuff like that, it may be 3 days that we were hunting down some wildebeest or whatever it was. So the body's actually designed to go into a fasting mode for a short fast for 2 or 3 days, and it handles it very well. So with that, what's the next slide, Steve, just so I can get some visibility where we are?
That's it, Doc. We've got somebody that we were going to share a testimonial for the blast.
Wonderful.
All right. Appreciate that, Doc. Awesome job, and very informative. And yeah, we just wanted to hear from Alfonso. Alfonso, are you with us?
Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me, William?
Great, I can hear you. So Alfonso, you know, we've had tons of success with this, but Alfonso really has sort of a unique testimonial. He got a group of people together that sort of did the blast together and had some phenomenal success out there in the Los Angeles area. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Alfonso.
Thanks, William. Appreciate it. Well, as you know, I did the blast a little before it launched, and I personally lost 7 pounds in 3 days, was totally amazed. When I didn't regain it in a month, I decided to ask 5 of my friends to try out the blast with me. So we all got in a group text encouraging each other over the 3 days. It was a lot of fun, but the results absolutely blew me away. Between the 6 of us, we lost a total of 43 pounds in 3 days. I mean, that's amazing. My niece actually took the record and lost 11 pounds. I was just completely amazed. And some of the comments that they made afterwards were things like, thanks for all the encouragement. I felt good, didn't get hungry. Someone said I had increased energy and even had my best workout during the blast. So, I mean, they were ecstatic. So let me tell you about another friend of mine, Earl. Earl, he's one of our affiliates and a good friend here in the Los Angeles area. He weighed in on January 1st of this year at 405 pounds. He's been on the IKEA Blast program where he does the 3 days and 2 days on the consecutive weeks, and he's lost close to 60 pounds since January 1st. We happen to have a doctor on our team who's doing blood tests on him, and the numbers just keep getting better and better and better as he loses weight. You know, many people ask me, is it safe to lose that much weight that fast? And according to these blood tests, he's doing great. But the best part of it, William, is his wife Amanda says that he used to be grouchy, sleepy, had road rage, wasn't doing well. And she says that now he's patient on the road, he's alert, and he talks all night. So she told me that she's got her husband back. And so that's what sells me on the IKEA Blast. I'm sold on it. It's not just for weight loss, but it's also a portal just to regain your health. And so so that's our experience, William. Thanks for letting me share, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you in particular. Thanks.
Hey, I appreciate it, Alfonso. Really, really good to hear. And yeah, I've met those guys when I was out there a few months ago, and great couple, and they are excited and definitely losing weight and getting healthy as a byproduct. So with that, what I'd like to do is we have these really very unique products and all that really world-class products that we've talked about tonight, and we have a unique opportunity to be able to share these products with other people, and and make a little money to cover our products, or have a little part-time income, or even develop a very strong business, a 6-figure income out of it. And in fact, tonight we're going to hear from someone who has already generated a 6-figure income by going diamond, level of diamond with Asante. Mr. Steve Kampouroglou, he's traveled to many countries throughout the world as an entrepreneur, and specifically a network marketing entrepreneur, has developed millions of dollars in business and actually helped people create millions of dollars in business and income for themselves. He's a 3-time world champion martial artist, just a great guy. My wife, Annette, and I and our son were able to stop in and spend some time with Steve and Linda and their family a couple weeks ago. Their beautiful home down in Tarpon Springs, Florida. And so it's a pleasure of mine to be able to introduce him to you tonight and let him share with you this opportunity. Steve, are you with us?
I am, William. Can you hear me?
I can. Sounds great.
All right. William, we didn't get a chance to hear from Alexis, and I think I've got her on the line and unmuted now. Alexis, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. And, today, it's a rare opportunity to be able to hear William and Dr. Werness, and, so we want to kind of keep this on the product line. Alexis, if you can share your testimony with the real weight and what it's done for you, and we appreciate you getting on and being patient with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm really honored to be on this call with everyone. I have been on Real Weight for 13 months now. Next week will be my 13th month, and I'm not sure if you put up my picture earlier, but my life has been changed, literally changed 13 months ago, 14 months ago, I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was living in chronic pain. I thought that I would be in pain for the rest of my life. I had a nasty slip and fall about 6 years ago, and I had my doctors tell me that I would be in pain for the rest of my life until I figure out how to get my chronic inflammation under control. So fast forward 5 years from my slip and fall, my husband and I are living in Hawaii. We're managing a bed and breakfast. We're eating a ridiculous amount of carbohydrates, breads, a lot of wheat products, and I have blown up to the biggest I've ever been. I was probably about 180 pounds in that before picture in April, and I started taking real weight by the suggestion of Laurel White, my mentor and yoga teacher, who was wearing that orange shirt, that sliver of an orange shirt you could see. And within weeks of taking real weight, I noticed that the pain that I had, my chronic pain, was gone, and my cravings were gone. I stopped craving the wheat. I stopped craving the sugar. I had been a lifelong, quote-unquote, sweet tooth sugar addict, and the cravings were gone. I started craving things like salads for breakfast, and I was satisfied with small portions of food, and I wasn't really, I didn't really have the same urges to go have a cocktail after work anymore. And it was an amazing transformation, and I'm still on it. This road for me is incredible. I added in IS-2 in January and IKEA a month ago. I went from being in chronic pain to doing Olympic-style weightlifting, and this ride's just beginning for me. I'm so blessed to have found real weight. It has given me my life back. Thank you.
Alexis, thank you for sharing. That is an amazing testimony. And you know, I just got back from Louisville, Kentucky, and I have to tell you, you know, the testimonies that people are sharing on the IKEA, on the real weight, and the IS-2 is just tremendous. To have a product that can work and to be able to have those kind of testimonies of weight loss, energy, feeling better. And listen, we don't make any claims. These testimonies is what it did for each individual, and what it can do for you. You know, you just have to try the products and see. But the evidence is there when you hear what people are doing. And so, listen, you know, we went a little bit longer than expected, and typically we would go through and go over the compensation plan of how you can make money with the Asantae products. But listen, today we're not going to do that. I'm just so grateful to be able to have William and Dr. Werness and Alfonso and Alexis to share their experience, and really want to get Bruce Henderson on. I don't know why we weren't able to get you on, Bruce, but if you hear us, we're going to get you on the next call, and would love to hear your testimony on the IS-2 product. So really what I'd like to just share with you is one of the largest industries in the world is the, let me get out of this slide here, I'm just going to take it to the end, is pharmaceutical. And you see people, you know, day in and day out lining up to get drugs to try to feel better. But really and truly, we have an avenue to be able to help people feel better from the inside out. And, you know, the health and wellness industry is one of the largest industries in the world, second to pharmaceutical. So we're sitting on a gold mine, and we have a system set up and put into place to be able to help you as you talk about your testimonies, as you share what it's done for you and how you're feeling, a way to be able to get your product covered where you can take it on a monthly basis and you don't have to worry about the cost of the product, which, by the way, is probably the most affordable product for what you're getting that I've ever seen. So really and truly, I'd like to see each and every one of you get on this product that's on the webinar. Get with the person that asked you to get on the call, and they'll talk to you about what products to get, what's right for you, and at the same time help you get plugged in to be able to realize that we have a business model, a community commerce model, a home-based business that you can work and create an income with and take it as far as you want to go. And I have some really good friends next week, Monday. My good friend Eric Cloud and also Jay Sargent are going to be doing a webinar on Monday, and they'll get into a little bit more of the details of how to be able to utilize the compensation plan to put it into work. Listen, this is a business that you can do while you do what you do. We have fun with it, get excited with it. The bottom line is that people that are most effective are those that have a deep-seated belief that what we are doing is bringing great value to people. I mean, my philosophy in life is that I always want to make sure that I'm leaving the person better off than when I first met them. And we have an opportunity to do that with some phenomenal products and with a compensation plan that rewards people tremendously. As I got back from Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm going to leave you with this, we were able to present very good friends of mine who just went gold in the business, a $1,000 check and an ounce of gold coin valued at around $1,300 for achieving the rank of gold. Listen, and they're just getting started. Every single one of you have an opportunity to be able to share this wonderful, wonderful product and be able to create an income with it. So next Monday, same time, 8 o'clock, be sure to get on the phone call. Listen, these webinars are for you, so bring your people on. I mean, what a great call today. I'm so excited to be able to have Doc Werness and William King on. Next week is going to be another great call. So make sure that you attend, bring your prospects, bring people who need some better health, bring people who are looking to make a little bit extra money. Get them online, get them to watch these webinars because we can help you build belief in the product, the system, the compensation plan, and the amazing team that we have. Also, I believe on Wednesday, Jay Sargent does a diamond call to teach a little bit about the system, the fast-track system that we use, and how to help people to be able to achieve ranks and to create an income with this. So you want to make sure don't miss any of these calls. A lot of great things happening, as well as check your emails and look for what's going on. North Carolina, this coming Saturday, there is an open meeting in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you don't have it, you have my phone number and email. Let me know. It's going to be an amazing event. And we were in Louisville. People traveled 9 hours to get out to this event. I'm telling you, for those that are making it to these events, these are the ones that are creating the success. And we believe in you guys and that you can get this done. There's also going to be a corporate conference call coming up explaining some great new things coming up for the next couple months as incentives. So you're going to want to look for that. Make sure each and every one of you get on. Well, it has been an amazing call, and I look forward to talking with each and every one of you. Listen, stay persistent and consistent. Your success is based upon your daily routines. What you do on a daily basis will create the successes that you're looking to achieve. So until next time, God bless. Take care.